Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Playtime, where we're going to, in this episode, start out an adventure in the new game Stellar Blade. I'll be playing this on the PS5 base version. I'll be playing in balanced mode. I've been looking into the makers of Stellar Blade and a little bit about it. It's developed by a South Korean studio called Shift Up, who have mainly been, like most Korean games, have been involved in mobile games, and this is their first venture into a AAA console game. It's a PlayStation exclusive last year in 2024. Has been released in June this year on PC, and it has similarities to Nier Automata. And if you look here at the title screen, you can see it says Nier Automata. I did try to look into what the connection was. It's not to do with the story or lore or even the publishers, so I'll need to research a bit further into what the connection is there. So as you can see, I can continue a game, but I'm going to start this episode on a new game. I just had a brief sort of hour-long experience of what is basically the demo of the game up to the first boss, just to see if it's something I wanted to invest my time in more thoroughly. And I think it's a sort of game that I'll like. I would say, for my research on the game and my experience of the first sort of hour or so up till the first boss, it feels a little bit like a Souls-like game, mainly in terms of the combat. And beyond that, it's a kind of weird sci-fi type game that has a lot of similarities, obviously, to Nier Automata, but also like Bayonetta in terms of the ranged combat. I didn't do any ranged combat in the first hour, but that's to come. Just in terms of some settings before we begin, there is where is it? Well, I can't see here. Maybe it's accessibility. I seem to remember, I think when you start the game up, there's an option to do it in easy or story mode, normal mode, or hard mode. I'm going to do it in normal mode because I like to play the game in the way that it was intended to be played by the makers. Perhaps a hard playthrough is more for when you do a new game plus type situation. In terms of the controls, I've changed them already, but the default controls were that square and triangle were your light and heavy attacks respectively. I've changed them over because I prefer to sort of have it more like the typical Souls-like combat, which did involve a bit of fiddling around with what button mappings I had to do, but I won't go into all that because that would be a little bit boring. So let's get started and see how far we get for the first episode. I'll try and keep it to about half an hour, but I'll just wait and see how far I progress in that time. So like I said, I'll be playing in normal mode. It's still challenging combat, but just to try and experience it in the way that it was intended to be experienced, I think anyway.
Transmitting final briefing. As of now, Airborne Squad 7 will exterminate the Alpha Nativas occupying District 3. Their objective is the capture or dispatchment of the Elder Nativa. Pods entering atmosphere.
So the Nativa, I believe, are the alien species that have conquered Earth, and we're the last remaining humans trying to snatch back our territory.
The threshold has been surpassed. Activating shield.
Sorry about that, just having a quick look at the time.
Code red. Code red.
Very good visuals. The sound is great as well.
No!
07531. Pod landing complete. Removing physical shield. Opening hatch.
The hatch. Come on. Come on! Taki?
Eve, are you alright? This place is dangerous. Take my hand.
Inappropriate attire for a lady. Not much more appropriate.
This way to the Romans. You take the left. I'll take care of this side.
So, familiar combat mechanics, lock on with R3, strong attacks, light attacks. There's a new feature
I see you still have your combat.
where you can scan the surroundings, although it's not letting me do it right now.
400 meters in front of us.
But you scan the surroundings and it shows you where different, various loot is or items you can interact with.
There's no time for that.
There's no time for this.
That was close. Come here. Careful with your jump.
Something interesting I discovered
It's an unlisted Nativo.
when
I'll handle this one.
when researching this game, well, researching by watching YouTube of it, basically, is that YouTube filters out content that's really gory. So I don't have the means to be able to filter that out. So the algorithm will make it difficult for me to generate the content, well, publish the content, because there's going to be gore in it.
Are you
But I don't mind.
My body frame. Take this. It's first aid.
So just your typical healing items. Start with 3.
There's more of them.
So, as is probably familiar, you can guard by holding R1, and if you time it right, you can do a perfect parry. That's a perfect parry there. And break their stance. I mean, it's similar to a lot of games. I've heard it being compared to Sekiro, but this is far more forgiving than a From Software game.
This way.
In a nice way.
Gun is intercepted.
I can feel I can relax a little bit more whilst playing this. But it will still be challenging. That's part of the enjoyment of it. I'm not really doing this very well.
Don't stop. Keep moving, Eve. That was close. This isn't looking good. Let's go.
Yeah, this isn't the first boss I was talking about. This is just a sort of familiarise with the controls type situation.
Let's join them.
My God.
No. The squad's life signs. We're the only two left.
Eve. Eve, pull yourself together.
Taki.
Listen to me. We haven't completed our mission. Now it's just up to us to see this mission through. Understand?
The game's been criticised for having a weak story, but for me that's not important so much. I know it will be for some people though. So you can see in this health bar underneath there's yellow markers, and if you parry enough you break his stance and get a critical attack. Missed my timing there. You can unlock a skill in the skill tree which allows more forgiving timing for the parry. Can't quite dodge those.
It wasn't an alpha, but it was a strong one. You fought well, even better than during training.
You were all together. But then...
The damage to your body frame is serious. We have to find the supply camp. Wait, Eve. I hear something. Eve! Eve, are you all right? Alpha Nativo. Here, friend. It's me you want.
But he wants Eve.
No!
And tragedy.
Eve! Get out of here.
Ducky!
Stellar Blade.
It's quiet.
Still, make sure to stay cautious. It's where the Alpha Nativa is. Now, get ready. I'll be supporting with the drone.
My tech buddy. Both the drone and this guy. This might be one and the same. Ridiculous shoes for an adventure like this, but whatever.
So this must be Adol 7.
Yes. This was the final battlefield of civilization. It was also known as a truly colossal city.
Something is falling from the sky. A strange sensation.
Must be Spanish.
This must be Earth's rain.
We can admire the scenery later. We have a job to do here.
Silent Street. I'm not sure what to call this episode. So you can hold down the sort of touch button, and it reveals what's in the environment. Fast travel, we don't have anywhere to go at this stage. So there's revealing some gold, which is the currency.
Falling debris. Be careful, Lee.
Now, one thing that's worth noting in this game, in the way is that it's
coming.
or it's more forgiving than typical Souls games, is that, and I haven't actually experienced this yet, but enemies, whilst they do respawn apparently they respawn. When they respawn, if you die, the health that they've lost is remains lost.
This is the Legion that was killed in the final war.
Not quite sure how that works though. So Theta, Omega, I think that's Alpha, Theta, Omega, but I'm just going to do it as it looks letter-wise as Roroa.
There's an encrypted code in the memory stick.
It's a security code, a type of entry permit.
Oh, missed some gold. That's why this feature is actually quite useful, because it helps you find stuff that you might have missed.
Try entering the code.
So
It worked.
Buildings collapsing.
It's because of the city's unstable terrain. You'll get used to it soon.
So I missed some loot last time I played this. I told you already that I only played up to the first boss, but I was watching someone else play it, and there is some... Oh, this restores your stuff, that's interesting. And yeah, I watched someone else play it, and there's some loot around here that I missed. It's quite a significant item in terms of your upgrade material. But at that point I didn't know about the scanning option. I hadn't quite worked out my buttons in terms of what I use to get loot. Oh, that's right, it's this thing. It's like a crystal lizard in Dark Souls.
What was that just now?
So Tumblr expansion
It's a
model.
machine that collects relics. It's rare, so make sure to hold on to it if you come across one.
I'm not sure if they disappear, and if they do, if they respawn when you rest, like in Dark Souls. So, got everything here. It's not. Oh, there's a crate down there. I did get this the last time. Oh, I haven't changed the buttons for swimming actually. I prefer having circles descend rather than square. So stuff that I'm not sure what it does at the moment. Let me just change those settings. Those button settings, just no, controls down to swimming. So dive, circle, fast swim, square. Right, just thought I'd fix that whilst I'm here, but otherwise I'd forget and never get around to it.
Camp in a place like this.
It's also, what I'm trying to do is remember to press the button to collect the loot afterwards, which remind me of Sekiro. So this is our rest point like a bonfire in Dark Souls. And have to activate it. It's strange. I'll see how this mechanic works out as the game progresses, but you've got to collect something to activate it. But I'm not sure if there's any use in that. It might play some role later on. So these are consumable items, but you've got health and attacking items, and it's a way of respecing your character, which is nice. It's only 200 gold at this point. Probably don't have enough. This is where you can apply your skills in the skill tree. So I've got 2 points. So the first one I want to get, which is suggesting I get, is perfect dodge, which is obviously incredibly important. And then, yeah, this is the skill that I'd like to get. It makes it easier to use perfect parry. Would have liked that in Sekiro, actually. There's a few things here. There's some perfect dodge counters here which are useful as well, but only got 1 point at the moment. So we'll get these as we go through. I want to save up for the perfect parry bonus. So to rest, just sit here, replenishes our health and our healing items. I'm not sure what they're called, but the equivalent of Estus flasks and Dark Souls.
What's wrong?
It's nothing.
From here on, you have to stay alert, Eve.
Just reminded that guy is actually called Adam, and it only just occurred to me now that, you know, Adam and Eve, which maybe is a little bit cheesy storytelling goes, but there you go. Perfect dodge. I'm not good at this point. Right, there it is. That's perfect dodge there. Making a bit of a mess of this. I thought you could get this, but oh yeah, you can micro drive.
Oh, it's one of the Legion's old supply boxes.
Gotta get all the loot.
Well, it's Legion, so compatibility shouldn't be an issue.
So yeah, these are the different potions that you can get. You
Make sure
hold down, I think you hold up and it brings up your healing potion wheel. So you've got this one restores over time, this one instantly restores HP. It's not that much, and this is just your usual one that replenishes itself when resting. It's our main one. You have to buy the other two, but it can be useful to have extra if you're in a boss fight. Just using this handy function to see what loot I might have missed.
Eve, be careful. You see the rapids below? If you fall, it's over.
Now again, I missed the loot over here when I went through the last time. But there is benefit in
supply box over here.
watching others play through.
It'll help us
After,
survive.
I find it's
So,
helpful to do it
carefully.
after you've played through a section to see if there's anything you missed, rather than to do it beforehand and then spoil the fun of exploring yourself. It's also for the same reasons it's good to watch your own playthrough after you've done it, for the same sort of benefits for doing that. Now, actually, what I'll do, just to be strategic here, lure him over and then do a plunge attack. There he is. Although he's not coming out. Yes, he is. Yeah, so balance is, once you do enough perfect parries, it goes down to 0 and then you can do a critical attack. Yeah, they call it being groggy, and critical attack is retribution. But we've dealt with this guy in a different way. Got a Bitcoin in there. Got a perfect dodge there. And a parry there. Just a regular guard there. You get quite a lot of health healing from the regular heal. That's just water dropping down. Oh, it's chest. Omnibolt, that's another upgrade material. Ah, that's right. Now, I don't exactly know. I mean, it upgrades your combat abilities, but when I did this the last time, it didn't really give me much explanation as to what it did. Combo attack power level 2 or higher. I mean, it does explain what it is. At this point, I don't think I would really notice what the difference is. Just want to see if... No, just wanted to see if loot would be revealed.
Are other cities in a similar state?
By comparison, this city is looking pretty good. After the colony extinction, most places were nothing but dust.
When I did my last attempt at this, I didn't actually die, so I'm not quite sure what happens when you die. I mean, I'm pretty sure when you die in a boss fight, you've got to do the whole thing from scratch like most games. But when you die in the kind of more open play, I'm not quite sure
There's a fusion
what happens.
Let's open the car's hood. Oh, surprise! At least
Fusion cell?
it's a high-energy compression battery. Thanks to that, Earth's night isn't dark yet.
Oh, it's the previous generation of the Infinity Cell.
Be sure to keep that. It's very valuable.
Right, let's see what's in here. Oh. Not quite got the perfect parry timing down, but that will come, especially when I get the upgrade, the skill tree upgrade. Got it there. Not there though. See if loot is displayed when it's in the... No, it's not. Okay, that's a useful... I think that's an upgrade material. A lot of the stuff I'm getting right now, I'm not actually sure what it does.
The memory stick's fried.
So there's a chest here which is a password. And I think that it's contained on that memory stick that's fried, so keep an eye out for if there's any way of fixing the memory stick, and then we can, later in the game if that happens, we can travel back here. There's also a shortcut across this path here which I can't open just now, obviously. Some gold over there, but we come around there later.
Damn. It's a trap.
Get these ready. Oh. So you have to dodge the ones that attack with the yellow signature. I'll probably get this guy, but being a bit sloppy.
We're in the clear. Where do we go now?
This way.
Well, actually, I'm going to go this way first. keep thinking my drone's an enemy. It's a little bit annoying actually. Oh shit.
May your memories live on. Forever.
No, Beta's special attack. I keep forgetting to use that actually. I haven't really had a game where there's like some kind of special attack over and above a heavy attack since I played Black Myth Wukong. Got 2 SP points. There's a death drop down there. Oops. I wondered why there was a thing here to climb onto. I wondered if it was maybe you got up there and this was a way to jump down, but I couldn't see anything. Just have to remain a mystery. Oh, wrong way. Just a bit of lore there. And a password. So, Bokor.
The memory stick still has the security code registered. It also has record of a message log.
Scan complete.
See if I can go down there. The game wants you to go up, but not me. I'm going down. To get 54 gold. There's a rest point coming up very soon.
You have to cross here. Do you see the ladder behind me?
I got confused last time thinking that that'd be poison, but you can't just jump into it.
Can't reach the ladder. The water level is too low.
Try using the plank.
But I also missed some loot up here, and in fact I'm noticing now there's these yellow markings that indicate that you can climb up. So that's the visual cue for when you can do some sort of parkour traversing type stuff. That's just the way back down. Oh shit. And before we go up the ladder, there's something down here. So that's another upgrade material. just want to see what how we are doing for time. 45 minutes, right? Well, we're almost at a rest point. I'll get to the rest point that's just before the boss. That'll be a better point to wrap up. So that's another camp here. So the Bitcoin is what you need to activate the camp, but again, I'm not sure what the need for a Bitcoin is. If you can just activate, if there's one next to every camp, then is there any need to collect them? Presumably there will be later on in the game, but we'll see. This is the shortcut for earlier.
Try putting the fusion cell you have here.
There's a couple of things over this way. I never bothered to level up actually. One more perfect guard before he's staggered, but he might be dead before then anyway. Maybe I will be. Oh. Why? Oh, of course I'm not on my replenished heals. I wondered why I didn't have any heals there. Stuff thrown that way. This way as well. Enemy. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my environment. Rookie mistake. Human. The one we used the password for. So Boker, Kappa, Omega, Theta. You can press the hint button and it'll just reveal the password for you. But why do that? I think that's maybe just our objective, where we've to go. That indicator. Shield. So we don't have the skill yet where you can do that perfect dodge ability. Or these shield breaker skills. Oh, needs a heal.
Adam, what is this?
Don't you know this already? It's a map.
A map? How do you synchronize the location on the map?
So this went over my head last time, but it's a joke about the modern generation not understanding what an old time map looked like. Just something mildly interesting.
Oh, looks like this used to be a library.
Are these boxes displayed on the wall storage devices?
Sort of. They can only store up to 1 megabyte of data.
See, I don't understand that.
Waste of resources.
Like, it's presumably making a reference to the old school instruments of the day, but they didn't store information. That was quite a quick way to deal with that guy. Now we're coming up on a rest point up here. Just want to scan for anything. That's the... oh, there's gold left here. That's... scan function is useful. Oops, wrong button.
The crack is quite deep. It's going to be difficult to pass. We'll have to go across, past the parking tower.
The data ability is actually quite useful. Deals with those enemies really quickly. Like in Sekiro, you can hold down the loot button and it swoops up everything, but there's not a huge range of it. So you have to be relatively close to it for it to swoop it up. So this is obviously a shortcut for later. I've got some loot around here, or no, maybe just some lore.
May your memories live on forever.
Max HP increase, nice. And this is our rest point, which is an upgraded rest point where you can do your upgrades and all that kind of stuff.
Supply camp? What's that?
It's a depot, set up by the airborne squad who came here before.
Looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. How come they set up a camp in a corner like this?
Well, the supply camp also serves as an important base.
Is this parking lot important?
It could also mean that this place is very dangerous.
It is, boss.
Then I guess this place could be useful for us.
So yeah, it just tells you can do your upgrades here. So this is a good place to wrap up. So in the next episode we'll do some upgrading, then take on the boss of this area. So thanks for watching, see you next time.